at times we're asked to write equations as a fractional exponent, or expressions I should say, as a fractional exponent, which we have in this case. So right now it's written as a radical, and we want to write this as a fractional exponent. Well, the square root of 9 is equal to 9 to the 1/2 power. Okay? Now, where we're getting this information is right here. The square root actually has a 2 in front of it. Sometimes you see some with cube roots. This particular one has a square root. And the one that's inside of this radical here, this squared, excuse me, goes on bottom here. And its exponent right here is a 1. This is 9 to the 1st power. Goes on top. So 9 to the 1/2 is equal to the square root of 9. So let's look at one that's a little bit similar, but a little bit different. Okay, now in this one, this is going to equal 5 to the... Now, we're going to have a fraction here. And up top goes my exponent right here. My exponent of my 5 is actually a 1. It's not written, but it's 5 to the 1st power. And then I've got a cube root here. So my 3 goes underneath it. That's 5 to the 1/3 power. All right, now, we get to sum. If we take out our numbers and we just use variables, we can do that as well. This would look something like this. 4x, the 4th root of x cubed. Okay, now, when we look at this one, we've got our base here, which is x. We've got our fraction. This 3 goes on the top. This is on our numerator, 3. And this 4, that is our 4th root, goes on the bottom. So this is equal to x to the 3/4 power. Now, where we get a little bit more complicated is when we do something like this. And we can do the 3rd root of x plus 2. Okay, so x plus 2 looks a little bit weird, and we're thinking, well, the x has an exponent of 1, and the 2 has an exponent of 1. But this is the same thing as if we go x plus 2. We can keep it all, because all of this is under the radical. So we can keep that all inside of a parenthesis, and then we can simply do our fraction here. The exponent here, if we have all this in a parenthesis, our exponent here is 1. 1 on top. This is a cube root, 3rd root. So this would be x plus 2 to the 1/3 power. Okay, and all we're basically doing is this. These are just equivalent, and we can enter them in any different way that we want to here. Sometimes we'll ask you to write it as a radical. Sometimes we'll ask you to write it as a fractional exponent. Either way, but both of these will work just fine.